Washington.
Yeah.
And this is a good memory. A good memory from you.
Welcome to Nugget Shooter. I'm out here with a real happy, frisky family today. And this is your name?
My name is Faye from Washington State.
And
I'm her happy husband, Tony.
I'm Donnie.
And
Milani.
and she is going to film for me while I do a lesson today for these folks. We're only out here for a little bit. We're out here at the old Eisenhower mine, and you can see all the old tailings all around us here. Interesting area. Okay, now I had already started this lesson and they decided they'd let me film. That's cool. So I'm gonna shut this off and we'll get going.
We're stalking you, man.
Let's go find some golden nuggets. Let's go find this gold nugget.
Probably built.
This is a very short training lesson for today. They're just here for a little while. We're all kind of looking at the desert and they're going to go home. His machine's in the mail. We're in his house. So we're going to do a quick training here. And we're just going out over the setup on this machine. Alright, so when you set this machine up, you turn the on button on, which is right here. You're going to wait. It's going to beep 3 times. Hold it still. And you pump. This is ground balancing the machine and clearing the EMI out of the air. I had a real pretty rock, I think it was over here. And the machine right now is ready to go. We're set on manual 7, which is about right here. And this is your plus or your minus on your sensitivity. I can go up or down with it. Okay. Cut off. Anytime you need to talk to me or whatever, I can cut it off.
Okay.
And we're moving along. Right now you can hear the machines making a little bit of noise. A lot of that's got to do with interference from the air and things like that. But otherwise it's running very quietly across this ground. And a few minutes ago we were talking about a hot rock. And I was asked what a hot rock was. And when you've ground balanced to the ground, you've essentially made the ground invisible to this machine, everything except metal or something other than what it's balanced to. Okay? And this has geo-tracking, so it knows where you are right now and what kind of ground you're in. You've told it. You hear a little bit of a hoot there. Where is that hot rock?
Those Australians know how to build them, don't they?
Yes. And we're moving very slow. Yeah, where's our hot rock? Anybody see it?
You kicked it out over here somewhere.
Yeah, I kicked it over there somewhere. Yeah, but boy, I must have kicked it pretty darn good. Aha! Okay, that gray rock that you see just thrown in there is a piece of basalt. The basalt is mixed in with these other minerals. It's really not supposed to be there. So, the machine sees that as a target.
Where we live in Washington, we have huge basalt formations that have spewed out of the volcanoes, and they're plastered all throughout the hillsides of the area that we live in.
And there's a lot of that here, as you can see off in the distance when we're coming in. There's a lot of volcanic activity. This placer is actually 300 million years old. That's a long time. Okay, it's been moving up and down. These mountains weren't even here when the gold was laid.
Yeah, we're kind of studying up on that volcano that he wrote here.
That was in Flagstaff. Okay, so we just kicked those out of the way. And we're going to play with the target just a little bit here. And we'll leave this on these settings. That's still moving slow.
Yeah.
Not like this.
Crawling.
Not like you do when you're hunting coins and relics. We crawl. Okay, and I'm going to show you why in just a minute. I have a piece of gold this big that we're going to use for a target, believe it or not. And I will show you what this machine will do on something that small. And I mean, wow, it'll find big stuff too. It just comes natural after that, right? Okay, we're gonna set this right on this rock. And right now you hear nothing on the rock. I have nothing up my sleeve. Everything's pretty quiet here. And all we're hearing right now is the camera a little bit. And that's just, when you're wearing your headphones, by the way, you won't hear the camera. And if anybody has a cell phone turned on, that's causing trouble right now.
Make sure you don't have your wedding ring on.
Yeah, it's on my hand. You'll be off before I go for this target. Okay, we're gonna set this little nugget right here. We're gonna reset up the machine. It got a little bit noisy. 2, 3, pump.
It's very user-friendly, ain't it?
You notice how, yeah, you notice how all that weird noise went away? Now watch this. We're moving nice and slow. We're able to hear that little tiny nugget on there. Now that's hard to hear. That was just for showing. Hear it?
I hear it.
Okay, when you're walking along, you'll hear that just fine. Now we're going to replace that with a little bigger one for testing.
And when you're wearing headphones too, it isolates the wind and all this other stuff from happening, so it's more focused.
Sometimes the wind is actually worse with the headphones.
Really?
Now we're going to switch this nugget for this nugget, which is also very small. The machine's making noise right now due to the camera is all. That's okay. Now we're going to go over this little nugget. See what this sounds like. We won't rebalance again. The machine knows the area. It's still nice and quiet. Okay, and we also have a ground balance button on the back. You're probably wondering why I haven't showed you that. It's right here. So usually after I sit down for a minute, I push it in, I pump, let go, keep pumping. It's rebalanced. Now we're moving along again, nice and slow. We're not even close to that nugget yet, and we're already picking it up. Okay, and your hot spot on this machine is right around that white line.
That's loud too.
Yeah, you hear how much louder that is?
Yeah.
It's not much bigger than the other nugget was.
Yeah.
Can you adjust
find
your
a big
threshold
nugget.
up even higher, Bill? Can you?
We're going to go into that in a minute. I'm now going to go all the way up to auto 1. Okay, and if you push your button on your machine, the last 2 settings on top here are auto. Still have a threshold, threshold, threshold. Thresholds are going to go away. You're at auto 1. Auto 2, no threshold. But this button right here controls your ground. So if you're in rough ground, which we are, a lot of mineralization, you leave it all wavy like this. See the little wavy lines right there? Watch what happens. Not wrong button, we're going to retune. Hit the wrong button. Okay, now I can turn it to mild ground. See how they're straight now? The little lines.
Okay.
Watch. Back to rough ground. And we're going to stay in rough ground, but it has another feature. We have no threshold right now, right?
Right.
Watch.
That's so cool though.
There it is. Yeah.
How about that? So now we go back 1 notch, and we have the threshold back on.
Now it's really aggressive.
Now, young lady with the camera is the lowest, but I'm going to think she'll agree. We're at about 6 inches there.
Yeah.
We're hearing that target. You'd hear that. But you wouldn't hear it if you're a rock hunter going like this.
Yeah.
Now watch how close I have to get. Okay. And another thing to remember about these machines is for every inch you're off the ground, you lose 2 inches of depth.
Cool.
Finesse those nuggets.
Now, I'm going to turn the threshold back on. Nice and quiet, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people like that, but listen. Not near as aggressive. And,
It's like it's about a foot long.
yep, and we lost it here now. And moving fast, almost has to be on top of it to hear it. See the difference? Turn the threshold back on. All that depth's back. Okay, the neat trick too is, I don't like being in auto. Okay, so you're looking at me going, why? Well, auto tries to control the ground a little more, and leave me out of controlling the ground a little more. I like to be more involved. I like to have my fingers in the dough if I'm making bread. Okay, I don't want a damn bread machine.
I can see you're not a cruise control kind of guy.
Yep. Yeah, those guys let go of their steering wheels, I'd be jumping out of their car. I don't care if that car thinks it can drive or not. I don't think it can. Okay, but we're back. We got your threshold on. We're going to back off, and I like 7 in this ground. It changes everywhere you go. I'm going to push this button. I'm going to go back to 7 clicks. And that's 7 of these clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I'm still nice and balanced. Everything's fine. Listen. Hear that?
Really nice. Yeah.
That's a beautiful sound. That's a hard sound to miss walking by. Even if you're just screwing around, went by like that, you'd go, whoa!
Yeah.
You'd be backing up, rechecking that.
So when the ground's damp out here, does it seem to really jump?
It's a little damp right now. Okay, now I'm going to go back up to auto 1 again. I'll let you hear it again. With the threshold. Back down to 7. So what a lot of people don't realize is adjusting the threshold on this is just up and down on your sensitivity is mostly to keep the machine stable.
Okay.
You don't lose a lot of depth. I'm going to go all the way back to the very first click now.
Yeah, because the
That's it.
mineralization might be totally different than the mineralization over there somewhere. So.
I've got the turned all the way down now.
Wow, it's still picking it up.
Yes. Okay. So you run the machine where it's most stable. Whatever setting it's most stable, you're going to hear the best and the deepest. So we're back at 7. And the thing is, if you don't like threshold at 7, that button does the same thing. Watch.
Okay.
Good.
So
But
this seems to be happy medium for this area is 7?
that's what I like. It's hearing okay, but we start losing it right here. Threshold back on. And a big target, like somebody standing next to me with a camera. I can hear her all the way over here without any problem at all. It's an amazing machine, it really is. And this button here is simply for your Bluetooth. Turns it on and off to match your headphones.
Oh, wow.
Okay. This is simply your backlight. Turns the light on or off. Volume, up or down. That's it. That's all the settings there are in this machine.
Nice. Simple.
So once again, I'm going to put this nugget in the dirt and make you find it. If you don't find it, I'm not going to be happy. Okay. We're going to shut this thing off.
Was that finders, keepers, losers? No.
So I got witnesses of where I put it. In case you can't find it, they're going to go, it's right over there. Okay.
We're
So
going to turn around or something? Or
you're going to turn around. Yes.
okay.
You're going to, when you start out, let's do this first. When you start out, you're going to push the machine.
Right. On.
Let it start up.
3 seconds
It'll
roughly.
beep. There'll be 3 of them.
Beeps. And then pump.
You'll hear it kick in. Hear it?
Yeah, and then set it
It's
down.
kicked in,
let it
it's ready to
rest for a
go.
little bit till it-
Yeah, only the first time. After it warms up, it's fine.
Okay.
And early in the morning when the sun's just coming over the horizon, there are certain waves in the air that screw this thing all up. It acts insane for about 5-10 minutes, and then it goes to normal. Okay, so you know how to turn it on. You're in 7 with threshold. Okay. And then turn around.
Okay.
I'm even going to draw a circle. Okay. Which will make it easy for you.
I do. Your paint job's awesome.
I'm just going to come out here and distract you. You don't know where they're putting that thing. Thanks, Connie. Yeah, I got that. I bought that. Okay. And I will criticize as you go along. I mean, it's hard to learn if somebody's going to sit there and try to be polite when you're training somebody. You're not training them anything.
No, it's cool.
Okay, you're in a circle
I don't mind a little
where
negative
her left
criticism.
foot is,
Okay.
to where that track is, right around here, and right around here. And somewhere in this circle
Okay.
is that nugget.
All right. So for beginners, turn the machine on.
Hold it. Force is above the ground.
This coat.
2,
Bump it when you.
3.
There you go. Get the coil lower and slow down. I like to hear my coil rub the ground as I move along, so I know every inch I'm above the ground I'm losing 2 inches of depth. That's a beautiful swing for out here on coil. Usually you guys at Relicon are tough because you're fast movers.
The first thing of value that I ever found was a gold ring.
Slow down, back up, go back over where you were right there real slow. Back over that gray rock. Right here, it's not the nugget. I heard a sound there though. Hear it? Okay. And first thing I would do in a case like this is go off the top.
Good view
You
of
go
how-
back over the spot. It's gone. So is that gray rock, which you would have already expected because you know some of the gray rocks here are going to be hot. Not all of them, just those flat ones. You'll be a minute. Yeah, I'll probably get my scoop.
Something right here. Terry buried it?
I don't know, did you? You haven't dug it up yet, have you? I didn't check for trash.
Now on pinpointing.
Okay, I'm pinpointing. You are using. Told you to take it off. You're using the area right on this line, right inside it, all the way around the coil. It's a mono coil.
I always thought it was the perimeter. I always saw the videos
Yeah.
and thought it was the perimeter.
You want me to dig it? Dig it?
Let Dad do it, Mom.
Oh, let Dad do it.
It's here, but you must be left-handed.
I just set my machine down.
Set your machine down.
I pinpoint it first. I'll let you play around a minute. I'll show you how to pinpoint real quick.
Okay.
I use a quick X method. Okay, where was your target?
It was kind of right back in here. I
Okay.
think.
So pump. Do a quick round bounce because we stopped.
See, you are left-handed. Okay, I see.
Where's the loudest point on that circle? Right now, I'm going over this part of the circle.
Right. Right there.
Okay, so come this way.
Okay. Oh, you can do next pattern. Oh.
Now where am I?
You're right in here.
I'm right up near that rock. Nope. But now you know. Let me move again. Draw letter X in your mind.
Okay.
So we're going across this way.
Okay.
And we're going across the other way, which puts it right there.
Okay.
I'll take a few scoops of dirt before I check again.
Okay.
Okay, so now you check it. You'll be sitting down doing this.
Right.
It's how, normal position I am. I'm like this, and my scoop's right
I
here.
brought my knee pads, but. Okay.
I'm already aggravated because I've not found it the first 2 times. So now I'm sitting down and it's not there. It's right there.
Right in there, huh?
Right in that area right there. Follow a little left to that, over this way.
This way?
Yep, somewhere right in there.
Well, I hope I don't lose it for you.
You don't know it's a nugget yet. Could be why it's jumping around. Okay, don't worry, this is the hardest part people have. Okay, once again.
Okay.
It's still right
Kinda
there.
got an idea where it's
Okay.
at.
You're listening
Yeah.
right
I'm
here.
looking right. I'm thinking right it kind of in here.
I've got a question before you go.
Sure.
In a
Oh, I got it.
situation, oh, nice.
Okay, hold on a minute. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, in a situation like this, would it be good to be taking these bigger rocks and kind of just getting them out of the way? You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
I would
you
have
can
already
get-
done this. On a target before he ever started digging, I would have did this.
Scrape the whole perimeter.
That's why you see in a lot of my videos that I'm already scraped, because that's already eliminated the chance it would be a hot rock or whatever.
Oh, it's in your hand, huh?
Yeah. There it is.
Hey! There's a gold
Did we just find
nugget.
that? Or is it the one you planted?
Yeah.
You put that there.
Really?
Gold nugget.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Check. Very good.
The best part is if you take the same spot, I love your filling your hole. We're gonna put it down deep
Oh,
now.
we should have double checked just for the fun of it. See if there was another one in there.
I'm having fun watching you dig it up. Okay, now we're pretty, you know, for a VLF like your gold monster or something, we're pretty darn deep for a nugget this size.
It would be tough for that to be tagged.
Yeah, it sure would. There you go.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna
Find it again.
I'm gonna have to become a left-handed hunter.
Okay, remember to reset your machine. You don't have to shut it off. Go ahead, push your little button here, hold 4 inches above the ground.
Okay.
Wait for 3 beats, rebalance, and then
So this button where my index finger is?
you don't. When you push that button, you can just release it and go. You don't have to use the button to do this.
Okay.
Push this button right here.
Okay, this button right here.
Wait for 3, let go. You're essentially turning the machine on without turning the machine on. Now, wait. Don't go back over as fast as you would be while swinging. You'd barely catch it because you're an experienced detectorist, but you're thinking the same thing I am right now. You have to be real slow to do this. Okay, of course your first reaction is you got a gray rock on top of the damn target.
Right, so
you want it gone.
Out of there.
The target now has lost its sharp edge. There's actually a point where I could dig that target down to and put it, that it'll be upside down. It'll stop from being, right now it's low, high. Well, kind of a high level, high low. I can dig that deeper and it'll turn into a low, high. I don't see a big cactus around.
Something that shows that you're into gold or it's supposed to be left. It does not have that capability.
You don't have any of that.
It doesn't have that stuff.
Nope, you dig here. You got to depend on the greasy eyeballs. Okay, now in a case like this, before you ask, because you asked the other question, I would have already taken my pick, and I would have taken off the top. Can you tell me the sound of this nugget? Let me grab my pick.
Down a ways. Okay.
You'll be on YouTube before
Do you
you
know how
know
loud
it.
that is?
Yeah.
Should I look around and take
Most of the big time nugget hunters you see and the big whoop-de-doos out there carry these big long picks. Number one, I'm too old and fat to bend over much anymore. Number two.
I don't even go there,
Okay, so now it's a real simple. Just take a little top off the top.
Boy, I like your pick.
Oh, listen, hold that still. It's still in the hole.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh yeah.
Well,
If you can get pings like that off of your gold nuggets.
now the reason I wouldn't dig this with a small target like we had before, because it would probably be shallow. But I'll do it in a deeper target, with the dirt. Piece of cake. And if you notice, on the business end of my magnet, there's a chia pet, which is not really a chia pet, it's a magnet covered in.
That's hematite.
That's magnetite.
You have a lot of hematite.
You hear that in the ground here. But if I would have been digging and it had been a little piece of trash, stuck right on my magnet, I checked, no target, I kicked my hole shut and move on. First time this time. Come on.
Unless that was another one.
Remember, it's going to hear on both sides of the coil. Go all the way over the target. There. So, I've had times where I've been sitting there looking for a target, and the darn thing's on the other side of the coil, and I'm trying to dig on the front side of the coil. Usually I've had a beer. After watching, I can tell right where it is. Can you? I can pick it up with my bare hand.
Right there. Oh, God dang it.
So the only little pile you haven't dug up.
Yeah. Keep trying to.
Wait, hold on.
He's got to start it up.
Okay.
I'd cut all that out. Okay, so you're looking. You're going. Go back here. Come forward slowly. You're loudest right in this stretch here.
Okay.
Okay, so turn around, come the other way now. Okay. Below or above, either way. Same thing. Come forward.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Just like that. And you'll learn, that'll become second nature to you. You won't even be thinking. You'll be putting your stuff on the ground and going through that just like grease lightning.
Gold fever. My hand. There it is. He's right there.
There it is.
Should I put it in my mouth like Bill does?
Clean it off.
Thanks, man.
It's already been in my mouth. Oh, and I was going to give your wife that other little nugget, wasn't I?
Really? No, you shouldn't do that.
Why?
I'll pay you for it.
Why?
Why not?
I find them out here by the hundreds every year.
I want it. Yes.
That's nice.
Here, put it
Here,
there.
free for
Thank you, sir.
free. Thanks, Bill. Yeah. Thank you.
Now put that down and make him find it for you.
Yeah,
No, I
right?
didn't think so.
When I find rings, I try to return them normally back to the person who they belong to, but if there's no
Well, let me
markings,
do it for you. Stand
Okay.
right here. I'll let you hear
I
what it's
don't want
talking about.
him. Why not find it?
Bill will find it.
Right, he said right here.
Yeah, right
Keep
there on
his
that
big feet
colorful
away.
rock.
You'll be fine.
Oh, he wanted you to put it on that rock, but it's all right, whatever.
Hey, what happened to him?
He can't even see it.
What happened to him?
He'll find it. He'll find it in the metal detector. Just
Did you drop it? I'll find it. Don't move
No, it's
anything.
right there.
Don't move anything.
Holy cow, where did it go?
Give that to
Well, this is dead, but it was here.
He'll find it.
nice.
Yeah, but now if I get to find it again, it's mine, right?
Yeah. Finders keepers. And he's like, he carries picks and stuff, you know, like when they get stuck in the little cracks and things, and yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was so tiny, so I cannot really see.
I ordered one of those scoops off you, by the way. I did get one of those too, as well as the FRANKINPICK.
What the heck is that?
Uh-oh. Is that the one she dropped?
No, get your magnet. Get that piece of iron right there as a nail.
Oh.
Don't scope the ground, just get it.
Wow, it was really picking it up good, wasn't it?
They made you sweat, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
And see, did you see? Now, if you put that iron back there again, it'll completely mask the sound of that nugget.
It'll overwhelm.
And that's why those guys, you see those guys out there, they walk away from a target like that because they're sure it's iron.
They need to pick up that
And they
piece
leave
of iron
nuggets for
anyway.
me.
And courtesy of the next person who's hunting, you know.
If I don't, I'm under pressure to find this one though.
Uh-oh.
Mama gonna be mad
You
at
got it,
you.
Scoop. Oh boy.
It's yours. And he's
I always check two ways like that. It's because sometimes when they're real tiny, they get buried under just that much dirt. Well, when you heard the darn thing, it was laying on top.
You can probably
So
sweep
you
your
can
hand-
bury it under that much dirt and you won't hear it again.
You can probably sweep your head over the coil too. And it
Well,
should-
I do that. If I'm not sure, I do this.
If you don't have your ring on.
Okay, and nothing's hit. So,
Yeah.
watch, I'll find it the same way.
It's so tiny.
I once found a gold ring, Bill.
Yeah, there it is.
Just like that.
Wow, it's just like a little size of a booger.
That's not a very good description, but here, silly girl.
Don't use it.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Thank you, Bill.
Don't use that part if you make a video out of this. Yeah.
And that was filmed by this young lady right here.
Melanie Franklin Quaranta.
She wouldn't say her own name. That's it. And there's my new being taught.
My new student.
Student, that's it, student. And there's a hider back here.
Howdy, howdy.
And we let her keep that last nugget, which is, I think that's
you.
cool to do. I find so darn many of them things. I really appreciate you folks coming out and visiting. I had a great time showing you around Arizona. And folks, that was not a real lesson. We were out here kind of playing around. I'm showing these guys the area. I go into a little more detail. And when he comes back, and I will be going through a lot more information with him and rebooting everything I taught him already. So for now, if you like these videos, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and Nugget Shooter out.